Georgia man arrested for allegedly threatening to kill Trump.
Tonight, a Floyd County man faces charges for threatening to assassinate President Trump. The Department of Justice arrested 29-year-old Jawan Porter today. He faces federal charges. Authorities say last month, Porter joined a TikTok live stream where he allegedly made threats in the comments. They say he also threatened federal agents coming to his door. During a search of his apartment, Secret Service agents and police found pipes, ammunition, and an explosive. Police say Porter has prior convictions for terroristic threats and is currently on probation. A hearing is set for next week.
This is not an attack on the First Amendment. He threatened the president. It's been illegal to threaten the president for well over 100 years now. This isn't something they just scribbled in a couple years ago. While it is your right to be strongly for or strongly against any president and or government, it's also your right to speak harshly, to be critical of any president and or government. They draw the line at the threats. And you know Trump hates TikTok so much. He has a personal disdain for TikTok, which is still being ran by the Chinese. He probably feels like he took an L on that. Then you got this guy issuing a blaring 4-alarm threat on his life on the platform that he tried to deplatform. It's like having two pimples on one butt cheek. Jawan Rashawn Porter was arrested on Friday for an alleged social media tirade about killing President Donald Trump, which seems to be the trendy thing to do nowadays. But don't monkey see, monkey do your way into a prison sentence, kids. The suspect, a 29-year-old from Rome, Georgia, had joined a TikTok live stream on July 26 about the Trump administration and their Alligator Alcatraz facility, which has been used to detain illegal aliens. Porter allegedly dropped a comment threatening the commander-in-chief's life. So there's only one way to make America great, and that is putting a bullet in between Trump's eyes, Porter remarked, according to a release from the U.S. Justice Department. There were similar comments made over the next several minutes of the live stream. You'd think they weren't watching. They were watching. I'm going to kill Donald Trump. I'm going to put a 7.62 bullet, that is an AK-47 if I'm not mistaken, inside his forehead, Porter allegedly continued. What I think is happening is people truly believe that no one is watching. That's why people post their own crimes. That's why they make these wild videos, making these wild statements, saying absolutely anything. They believe no one is paying attention, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Especially the American government has dedicated human beings, dedicated bots, dedicated algorithms scrubbing the internet 24/7, looking for these buzzwords. And if you ring enough bells, sure enough, someone is going to come knocking on your door like they did this guy. That's a hell of a way to violate probation. He better hope his PO didn't vote for Trump. I'm going to watch him bleed out and I'm going to watch him die. The remark said, I'm going to do that. When other live stream participants raised the possibility of federal agents paying him a visit, Porter defiantly added, I'm going to kill them too because he's the original Don Dada. That's when you got to cut your part of the live stream and get as far away from that guy as you possibly can before you end up on a federal watch list with him. Here's what I don't understand about people who think that killing the president is gonna change the country. Okay, let's take Trump, for example. He only has he has less than 3.5 years left on his term. So if you're unsuccessful and they don't kill you, by the time you get comfortable in your prison cell, he'll be out of office. You could have just waited him out. Or if you're successful and they don't kill you, it won't matter who's president because you'll be in jail for so long it won't make a difference who's running the country. The comments appeared to be more than empty threats, according to the Justice Department. When Secret Service agents joined local and state police to investigate Porter's apartment, they found 2 pipes, pistol ammunition, and tannerite, which is an explosive. Damn, Porter has prior convictions for terroristic threats, influencing a witness, mutiny in a penal institution, what he calls the riot, drug possession, battery, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and domestic violence. He is currently on probation. The release noted the suspect was therefore charged with making threats against the president. A new notch to your belt, buddy. He is expected to receive a detention hearing on August 12th. The allegations allegations against Porter are serious and required a swift, decisive, and collaborative response, U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg said in the release. We do not tolerate threats against public officials or law enforcement officers, and Porter will now face the consequences of his action. He's cooked. Of course, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear your opinions. Can you imagine being on a live stream and he just starts talking crazy like this? You can't get out of there fast enough. You can't click off. Boom. Now you're on a federal watch list. Might even get your TikTok account banned because Trump might not be able to stick it to TikTok the way he wants to at this moment, but he can definitely snatch you up legally and lawfully faster than you could say sugar goes on grits for issuing threats.